You don't know the power of the dark side.
Greetings everyone, welcome back with another Bedrock Minecraft edition. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Alright, we're finally getting over and getting out of doing this section that we were. Now, as I said, one of the things I wanted to do was work on an ice tray. So, I started framing out where I was going to put my ice tray. Before we really get to work on this, though, understand that there are several different ways of actually doing ice trays. This is the design that I chose to do here. Alright, now, some of the keys to building an ice tray that you need to focus on before actually creating these things, and one of those is location. Ice can only form either in a cold biome or in a taiga or what's now known as a mountain area. And in the cold biomes, you can pretty much wherever you can put the water, as long as it's the water block and not a flowing water, it'll freeze and it has sky access. But if you're in a mountain area, taiga, whatever you want to call that type of biome, you have to make sure that your water level is set to, at least in Bedrock for here, is on level 94 or above. Essentially 93, really. I'm going to be placing mine at level actually 99, so that when I stand out, I'll be on level 100, as you can see by the coordinates there. It does require... Also, make sure that the water is non-flowing and has sky access. Okay, there can't be nothing above it. If there's anything above it, it won't freeze. So those are the keys to finding a way or an area to create an ice tray. So either look for a cold biome of some type. There's a bunch of them out there now, or get yourself a hold of a taiga or a mountain biome, and then just go up to at least level 94 and above, and you will be able to create your ice trays. Okay, now, after that is all being said and done, what you want to do is when you create your ice trays, you want to create a system that will have a way of generating 3 water source blocks. And this setup that I'm going to do here is the one that will allow us to create that type of setup. I mean, you can actually take water and put it underneath, like, you know, say this was the edge of where the water will come out. You can put it underneath there and then put one underneath here, like, you know, so those 3 blocks, and as you break the ice, the water will come out and it will create a solid water, non-flowing. All right. When we get to that point, you'll see. So let's get to actually building this now. I've already prepped part of the walkway. I don't want any light interfering with this, so what I did is the pathways actually become part of the farm. Now the light source will come up here. This is level 8 all the way here, and then from this point on is level 7, level 6, and then level 5. Level 5 really should interfere with it. It'd be best if there was like no light level difference, so like a 0 or something would be best. I don't want any spawns as much as possible because I'd rather not deal with it, so I'm kind of have to just deal with the fact that it's going to be a 5 and then go from there. No big deal. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take and put a bottom layer of cobblestone here as to the full length of what this is going to be. Essentially, it's going to be 19 blocks that way, and I'm not sure, it's like 5, so it'll be 32, 42 blocks maybe that way. So, alright, so I'm going to get that down, and then I'm going to finish getting off this half slab pathway out and around. Alright, and then when we get back, I will put in the floor. So let's get that done. Alright everybody, the base floor is in place. To get this centered between the 2 entry points that I have set up, I actually added an extra half slab layer around. So here is the pathway. It comes here, and then I added one extra. And the numbers was a little off. So this is still 19 going this way, but it's actually 55 going that way. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, the reason why this is all cobblestone is because I'm going to lay down powdered concrete, which will turn to concrete once I put the water on here. It's a lot easier doing it this way. So that's why I put the floor in. And the pattern I'm going to do here is where I'm actually going to be putting the covers that will prevent the areas of the water I don't want frozen to stop freezing. And for that, I'm going to use this light blue powdered concrete. And then for the rest of the floor, I'm going to use the white concrete. All right. So what I'm going to do is basically it's going to go 10 blocks out on a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, counting with Minecraft. And what that'll do is we go back in this corner, which is actually 9. So it's actually 10 and then 9 to here. That's why it's 19, not 20. Because this counts twice for as far as the corner piece goes. So then, of course, you're going to go from here and create an X. Misstep. And then from here, it's 9 all the way down. Same thing over this way as we go back out here. Mix up. And then, of course, you just keep Xing it or going back and forth. And then the rest will be filled in with this white, just like this. And then when I add the water to it, it'll all will turn to concrete. Alright, so let me get this all put into place, and then we'll be back on the next clip. And the concrete floor is in place. So this is essentially the pattern you should be looking at. There's a big giant blue X's with the white surrounding it and everything like that. The reason why I got this derp thing here and the torch down is for a simple way to get me my half slabs to cover. What you want to do is now to keep your water sources from freezing is you want to put a block. It can be a half slab or whatever, or a full block. I'm going to use half slabs so that they won't spawn on. So nothing spawns on top of them. Now, you can put dirt or another block down here and then break the block, but you can also do this little thing is you just have torches down, put there, and you just place your block down, like so, on each of the torch. And we just keep going nice and simple, and then what will happen is I will take my water sources and place them on top of the blue concrete here. And that'll take out the torches, and this way I don't have to worry about using a shovel or a pickaxe to take out the blocks that are underneath, creating this walkway. For lack of any other really definition of what this is, it's really nothing more than just keeping the water sources from freezing. So that would be the last one. Now, this will show you two things. A, putting the water sources in place, as well as getting rid of the torches and turning the concrete into, powdered concrete into full concrete. So we're going to put a water source right here, if I use the right click. Now see how it takes us out the torch first for me? Then, let's not get caught in the water. Put a water source on that blue block right there. And see what it's already starting to do? It's already starting to create the solid block. Put one more right there. And look at that. You now have 3 water sources, and it's already starting to freeze. See that? So all you got to keep doing is just keep going and make sure you place it right on the blue block itself. And see how you have plenty of water sources. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Just gotta make sure you hit each one of these blocks. Look at that. We're already getting frozen water. And we now have solid water. Isn't that great? Look at that. Perfect. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit these ones here. And look, that one formed just as it formed here. And look how it creates a nice edge sheet for us. And then what I'm going to do from here, I'm going I'm collecting my torches. Finish up getting the half slabs in place. And look at that. Now, this, of course, would finish all the way over here once I get the water sources in place. Alright, so I'm going to finish getting the rest of this farm into place, and then we'll check out what's coming up next. Alright, everybody. That is down in place. All the water is in, and as you can tell, it's freezing up pretty good. Now, as most of you know, you need a Silk Touch item to mine ice. So I will take my Silk Touch pickaxe. Now, it doesn't actually have to be a pickaxe. You can actually have an axe or a shovel. As long as it has Silk Touch on it, it'll mine it. Okay, I've actually used shovel and Silk Touch axes to mine ice as well. Alright, so just to show how this works, let's mine this all out. Okay. It is already instant freezing. Oops. Now, mind you, I don't have efficiency on this pickaxe. Okay. Now, there's another way you can do this. I mean, you could actually break all the ice before where the water flows and stuff, and then break that as the last block if you want. Okay. Now, out of that, we got a little bit better than stacking a quarter. That's not bad. That's just one triangle. And look, it's all filled back in, and it's already instantly starting to freeze again. Simple, simple, easy. Now, the only thing is this is not an auto farm. You know, you don't stand here and hold your button down, and you have to manually do this. But, you know, to be honest with you, if you have an efficiency pick, you come in here, and you're done, and you're out the door 5 minutes. You know, I harvest all my other farms, it takes me a couple hours. You know, I harvest all the trees, I harvest all my crops that are down in the tombstone, all that stuff. You know, we're talking a bit of time, but you come up here, harvest this little farm here, you know, with the efficiency 5 pickaxe, and it's I mean, efficiency 5 is like asking too much. No efficiency on this pickaxe whatsoever, and you still have pretty much cut right through it. So, that being said, I'm going to finish off, get the walkways all in place here. There's one more element I would like to add in here. But I'm going to let this all freeze up, and then I'm going to take it out and see how much ice I can actually pull out of the system. Alright, guys? So let me finish this up, and we'll be right back. Alright, everybody. Everything is now in place. Everything is frozen. And I am up here to show you. And of course, just as I hit record, what does it do? It rains, or in this case, it's snowing. So that helps to show that this whole area is a good zone to create your ice trays in. So this is what we're looking at. So I'm going to take my Silk Touch, and I'm going to Silk Touch this whole entire ice patch to see how much we're going to get. I have nothing in my inventory at this time. Alright? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine out this entire thing, not mining out anything that refreezes, and let's see how much I get. And the entire thing has been mined out, guys. As you can tell, it is still snowing, and it is almost all refrozen again. Alright, let's see. Let's get up here. Come on, get up there. Let's see what I got. Ready? Here goes. We have... Okay, so that's 9 stacks right there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and a half. 14 and a half stacks of ice mined out of this farm. Not bad, really. And considering the fact that it's still snowing, and it started snowing at night, or actually just before night, and I believe I'm still in the night cycle, it really wasn't that much, you know, time-wise to farm this all out. I farmed it in such a way that I made sure not to break any reformed ice. So what you see here is exactly every piece of ice mined out that was in there. Alright? Now, the last key thing for this is, remember, what we can do with this is, you have ice, but with 9, we can actually make packed ice. And then with 9 packed ice, you can make blue ice. And all just from quickly mining this out. And you don't have to worry about destroying some kind of ice biome or anything like that if you wanted to keep it or whatever. So, it's nice and simple. The only thing is you have to be in the area for it to freeze. You know, but that's pretty much like with any farm at this point. You have to be in the area for the farm to function properly. Alright guys, I will add in the next element, I believe I'm going to probably put it over here in the next episode, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so that's it for the ice tray. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me, y'all take care now, bye, and don't forget the snowball fights.